Good morning, Professor Armstrong. My name is Hajra Begum. I am a student Masters in Engineering from the Mechanical and Industrial Department in the University of Toronto. I completed my Bachelor's in Mechanical Engineering with specialization as production. Then I did my Master's in Business Administration. I have a work experience of about 4 years in the field of teaching. I am taking this course APS1028 to gain knowledge and also broaden my perspective related to operations in manufacturing and services. This is a scholarly article taken from the Journal of Operations Management. When I was studying the module 1 to 6, I have chosen the module 3 to critique on the topic of supply chain management. The scholarly article which I considered to review on was titled as The Impact of Supply Chain Integration on Performance, and here the author took two approaches to study, a contingency and a configuration approach. This paper intrigued me because when I started collecting data on supply chain management, I gained an understanding that research on the theory of supply chain integration and its impact on performance has many inconsistent findings. This is my critical review paper on the scholarly article. In this paper, I was able to summarize how the author considered the holistic approach to study the dimensions of supply chain integration and its impact. He was partially successful in proving his assumptions. He considered 5 hypotheses over the study. In the critical analysis part, I could find the gaps in his approach, and also I acknowledged his contribution to the literature. In the conclusion of my paper, I mentioned how this research can be used as basis for future work, and I also stated the limitations. Later, I did self-evaluation on the critical review paper I submitted for midterm. First, I gave a level 4 for the topic because I was able to clearly state the purpose to present the argument. Then I structured my argument stating my position after systematically analyzing the paper. In the critical analysis part of my paper, I acknowledged the author's view on theory of supply chain integration and his contribution to prove the hypothesis. In the second part of my analysis, I critiqued on the areas of gap in the author's research based on the review literature papers. All the information I collected for these critical review is from scholarly articles so that I should be able to analyze the paper in depth, and I also gave references in the paper. I concluded my critique coherently by stating the limitation of the research paper and recommended research areas. In terms of creativity, most of the concepts and ideas are from other scholars' assumptions. This paper is communicative and also fully understandable to the audience. When I drew a bar graph evaluating the critics' scores, I got an average of 3.3. Thank you. I would recommend this paper to others.